Samsung just confirmed the entire Galaxy S26 lineup through their own website, and I'm not talking about a teaser or a hint. I'm talking about a full-blown leak on their Colombian site that basically told us everything we needed to know about what's dropping next month. And spoiler alert, if you were hoping for something wild, you might want to sit down. Let's get into it. Here's what happened. A financing document appeared on Samsung's Colombian website for Banco da Vivienda, and buried in there were the names of 3 devices: Galaxy S26, Galaxy S26 Plus, and Galaxy S26 Ultra. That's it. No Edge variant, which Samsung apparently killed off after terrible Galaxy S25 Edge sales. No Pro model either, despite all the rumors floating around. Samsung's playing it safe, sticking with what works. Mark your calendars for February 25th. That's when most leaks are pointing to for Galaxy Unpacked in San Francisco. Now, this is interesting because Samsung's been doing January launches for years. Going back to February puts them just 1 week before Mobile World Congress, which means we're about to see an absolute flood of flagship phones. Huawei, Honor, Xiaomi, everyone's launching in that same window. The delay might be connected to the US government shutdown in October that messed with the OnePlus 15 launch, but Samsung hasn't confirmed why they're pushing back. Let's talk about what's actually changing, starting with the controversial one. The Galaxy S26 Ultra is losing its sharp, boxy edges. Samsung's giving it rounder corners to match the rest of the lineup better, basically killing off that Note-inspired design language. Love it or hate it, it should be easier on the hands. The regular S26 and S26 Plus are getting a more subtle change. The camera lenses are now grouped together in an island instead of sitting separately on the back. Now here's where things get interesting. The S26 Ultra might be getting an AI-powered privacy display. Imagine this. You're looking at something sensitive on your phone, someone leans over to peek, and the screen automatically detects them and hides what you're viewing from that angle. You used to need those janky privacy screen protectors that made everything dim and washed out. But if Samsung pulls this off with the display itself, you get the privacy without sacrificing that gorgeous screen quality. That's genuinely clever. Screen sizes are going up across the board. The base S26 grows from 6.2 inches to 6.3 inches. The Plus reportedly jumps from 6.7 to 6.9 inches. But size isn't the only story here. The S26 Ultra might hit 3,000 nits of peak brightness, which is 400 nits brighter than the S25 thanks to new OLED materials. Though I'll say reports on this are all over the place, so take it with a grain of salt. What we're more confident about is the S26 Ultra getting an M14 OLED panel. This new display tech is both more power efficient and brighter, which is exactly what you want in a flagship. Under the hood, it's the usual regional split. US buyers get the Snapdragon 8 Gen 5 Elite, while other markets get Samsung's 2nm Exynos 2600. Early rumors said the Ultra would be Snapdragon only worldwide, but that's been debunked. The Snapdragon edges out the Exynos in some tasks, but both chips should handle anything you throw at them. Camera upgrades are focused on the Ultra. The main camera and 5x telephoto are both getting wider apertures, which means they'll pull in more light. Translation: better low-light shots with less grain and nicer background blur in portraits. Battery life is improving, but not equally. The S26 goes from 4,000 mAh to 4,300 mAh. The Ultra reportedly hits 5,200 mAh. And finally, Samsung is addressing charging speeds. The Ultra jumps to 60-watt wired and 25-watt wireless, up from 45-watt and 15-watt. The base S26 also gets bumped to 45-watt wired. It's about time. Oh, and the S26 is slimming down from 7.2mm to 6.9mm, though it's gaining a few grams, so you might not actually feel the difference. And now the elephant in the room, pricing. This is where nobody agrees on anything. Most rumors suggest we're looking at a $50 to $100 price increase because component costs are skyrocketing, but Samsung might absorb those costs and keep prices the same, possibly by skipping major camera upgrades or cutting corners elsewhere. We honestly won't know until February 25th. So that's the Galaxy S26 lineup. Samsung leaked them themselves. They're playing it safe with the models, but the upgrades, especially that privacy display and the charging improvements, could make these worth the wait. Drop a comment if you're Team Exynos or Team Snapdragon, and hit subscribe because we've got a lot more coverage coming as we get closer to launch. Peace out.